Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. What are we talking about today? The DJI drone ban. Is this just about DJI? No. Basically what it is that the National Defense Authorization Act, basically that was set up a year ago for 2025, with things coming into effect throughout the year, different rules and regulations affecting different items. One of those was UASs, unmanned aircraft systems, and that includes drones. So what do we know? So what do we actually know? Yesterday, officially, the notice came out, the public notice from the Federal Communications Commission, the FCC, and that basically says that the addition of uncrewed aircraft systems and critical components produced abroad and equipment and services listed in Section 1709 of the fiscal year 2025 ND. AA are being moved to the covered list. Now, what is the covered list? Well, the covered list is, by definition, a list of communications equipment and services that are deemed to pose an unacceptable risk to the national security of the United States or the safety and security of U.S. persons. So why is this all happening? Well, the US government doesn't want a Chinese company to dominate the drone market, and DJI has done just that. I believe it's somewhere on the order of 70% of the drone market in the US has been DJI. So what's going to happen now? DJI new products will not be permitted for sale in the United States. All right, so what triggered the ban? The ban was actually triggered because there's supposed to be a national security audit of DJI. And if that wasn't completed by today, December 23rd, 2025, the 2025 NDAA would automatically restrict new DJI products from entering the US. That includes import sales approvals, possibly even firmware updates, spare parts, all kinds of things affected by it. And the FCC ruling that we just read a second ago outlines that a little bit more. Will my drone stop working? No. Existing DJI drones are not affected. They won't be remotely disabled. You can continue to keep flying with anything that you already own that is appropriately registered, licensed, approved. The FAA has not indicated that recreational or Part 107 operations will be restricted for existing DJI drones. So what actually changes today? New imports, device authorizations could be blocked, which affects future product launches and many products from DJI. I think the Neo 2 wasn't released in the States. Was it the 5? I think it was the 5 Pro was not even released in the US. So this is a big deal because there's some great features in that DJI Neo 2. Can I still buy new gear? Well, existing stock that remains can still be bought, and availability is going to go down. Of course, people are going to try to buy stuff because there really aren't any alternatives at this point. There aren't appropriate substitutes, replacements in the US, either produced by US manufacturers or by other manufacturers around the world that are not covered by this ban or affected by this particular FCC notice and covered list. So updates, repairs, and parts. DJI says they're going to continue to support existing users, but you can plan on delays possibly happening or limits on firmware, service, and spares. So what can we do now as pilots? You can share impact statements with your House members and senators. So many industries have been affected by this outside of just us personal, YouTubers or photographers or videographers that are using this for either non-professional or light professional uses. But there are a lot of industries affected by this. Agriculture being one of the main ones. DJI has a line of agricultural drones. There are rescue drones there that will be affected, new ones, or maybe being able to get service and parts and things for rescue drones that are being used by agencies. around the US. So there is a DJI alternative for professional operations, going back to that public safety, inspections, mapping, enterprise work. I'll put links below for the alternative list, the blue UAS list and the green UAS cleared list. These programs, they vet drones for NDAA compliance, cybersecurity, supply chain integrity. So look in the description below for those links. There are several products out there: Skydio, FreeFly, Teal, Brink. So plenty of options out there. The question is, migrating systems over, how easy or how hard is that going to be for people in these industries to do? Real quick, what's the difference there? Blue UAS is a Department of Defense program that certifies drones. These drones have to undergo really rigorous security, supply chain, operational testing. And green UAS is run by AUVSI, and it's designed for commercial operators. It certifies drones as either not NDAA compliant, secure, but with a faster, less complicated process than blue UAS. My whole issue with this is not that DJI was banned per se. It's that the effort doesn't seem to have been made, one, to give them the audit that maybe could have avoided this situation. And two, you're doing this without sufficient alternative products to fill the space. Is there going to be some huge problem? I don't know how this could affect agricultural users, rescue teams, things like that in the short term. Long term, I think we will see a shift. We will find other vendors from other countries. We will start to make things in the United States. And I do believe that we will see cost increases along with that. So basically that sums it all up. DJI effectively banned as of today per the FCC ruling and placing them on the covered list. It'll be interesting to see what happens down the road here. Is there a chance to get this reversed? At this point, I don't see how. I don't see how under the Trump administration that they would be willing to do this unless some really wild agreement gets reached between the US and China. Even so, they might throttle deliveries to try to give US manufacturers a chance to catch up in the space and to take that market share, that 70-ish% that DJI has, and get that down a little bit, a lot. So that's where we are today. I don't know if we're going to see much action in the next couple of weeks over the holidays regarding this. If you are a drone flyer, I would try to get parts so that you can replace things as needed if they break. Get a lot of rotors, maybe get an extra gimbal, other parts that you might be able to find before they run out, or before vendors on Amazon or other sites start to really jack up the prices because they know that DJI users will be desperate for parts. That's all I have for right now. Go out, fly, have a good day. We'll see you next time.